Yes, I believe, thank you, Mr. Hall, that's an excellent question, because one of the things that I'm looking forward to do is uniting, collaborating with the adjoining, and even those that are further, ANCs, to have regular meetings and undertake a pursuit of resolutions that can address the issues that may come up. It might be that there's a strip club in a particular place on Rhode Island Avenue that's coming in, and people need the support of the ANC commissioners from both sides of Rhode Island Avenue to make sure that their wishes are addressed. And a lot of times that has not been happening. So we need to have regular collaborative combined meetings, not only with other ANCs, but the civic associations. See, my belief is that the more opportunities that the people have to express themselves, and like I said, everybody has great ideas. We can learn something from everyone. And we can take that and have action and tasks that people have to address. But I believe that, yes, it's very necessary that we do that as much as possible. So I would love to. Thank you.
Next question.
I have a question. I'd like each person on the panel to talk about the one thing that they love living in Brookland about the best. Like, what's the thing that you just love about this community?
Who wants to start? Mr. Thomas?
You know I must love it. I've been here for 52 years. The good thing, I was over in Ward 2 just a minute ago. And you know, you get over here, you can brag about your neighborhood. Anytime you can tell somebody that you can get in your car in the morning and drive to work and come back home, your spot's still there. You know, so that's one good thing about living in this area here. You can walk to everything. Another good thing about this area here, we don't have a whole lot of restaurants, a whole lot of going on like Adams Morgan, DuPont Circle, which is on 14th Street. That's coming, but we don't have a lot of it right now, and that's something we got to really watch because it's coming down the line. Ron Avenue, a prime example, 4th and Ron Avenue. If you look at it right now, the subway's being built. There's retail space coming there. With retail space coming, restaurants, bars. The nightlife picks up. We request for more MPD services. More problems are created. So those are things we got to look at when we talk about more activity. Fine, we love to have more restaurants, go sit down restaurants, white tablecloths, and everything like that. But all those things, at the end of the night, come at a small little price. And those are things we have to look at. But I love Ward 5, though.
Mr. Griffin?
Well, I love my neighborhood, and in part because I love my neighbors. We have a good group of neighbors, core group of neighbors, and there's a lot of sharing dinner with each other from time to time. But I also love 12th Street. I love the idea that I live a few blocks away, can walk up to 12th Street, enjoy the retail space here. I love the greenery. I love the canopy. I hate the canopy. Love the canopy, hate the canopy. I hate the canopy because the crime comes in at night under the canopy. But again, you gotta love Brooklyn for all that it offers. It's a very eclectic neighborhood, very diverse. Lots of churches. They call this God's Corner. I've heard affectionately from time to time. And that matters a great deal for me.
Mr. Beckett?
Well, I guess unlike Corey, I respect what he said, but I am a door knocker. I do like to go up. And I got to say, one of the things I love and am amazed about is the wonderful variety of people's porches that I've seen in layouts and so forth. And I think that speaks to just a love of, as I do, of sitting outdoors on your porch and enjoying some time with your family, friends, or just people watching. So I've been amazed by that during my knocking on doors, and I'm reminded of it every time I go up to a new one. So that's what I like.
Yes, thank you. I think I love the people. We have such a diverse community. And I love the opportunity that we have in front of us to build. A few months ago, the front page of the Washington Post featured the Rhode Island Avenue corridor, Brooklyn corridor, and they called it diamond, but they called it a diamond in the rough. And having seen the conditions in the building that I've lived in for the last several years change, that's a wonderful thing. We didn't have locks on our doors at one time. We had dealers in the hallways. We don't have dealers in the hallways anymore. We have locks on the doors. And there's so much more I could talk about, but the opportunities that exist, the access, to the region. Well, I'm from Pittsburgh, and I used to have to walk a couple of miles to get to a shopping center, on weekends when the buses weren't running. So it's really great. Thank you.
Ms. Carter?
I would say of course, the fact that we have a very diverse population here. And I also love the fact that you can't beat our homes and our land. You go other places and you'll spend, probably twice as much, probably millions of dollars for the sort of homes we have in our neighborhoods and the space that we have. I love the fact that we have a lot of green space. I love the fact that all our houses don't look like those cookie cutter houses in the suburbs. I love the fact that all our houses look different. But something I would say I would like to see more of, not just having 12th Street be the place where you have like a cleaners, a pharmacy, or a bank. I think throughout 5A10 we need more some of these basic constituent services. And that's kind of my fourth prong of my platform, which is smart economic development of this area. You shouldn't have to walk far for dry cleaners, a bank, a pharmacy, and so forth and so forth. You should have those things right there. So I would like to see more of that.
Next question.
Yes, hi. Good evening. My name is Anna Marie Ash. This question is, I guess, directed for the whole panel because Brooklyn as a whole. I do not live in Brooklyn, but I am the general manager of the Library Bar and Grill. And as a new employee, I just want to know what new developments are coming to the area that could positively or negatively affect small businesses in the area.
Let's start with Mr. Benner.
Thank you very much, Ms. Ash, for that question. One of the most major developments right across the street on the other side of Rhode Island Avenue is the construction of the 274 brand new apartments at the Rhode Island Metro Station. That's very major, and those apartments, most of them are not going to be affordable, and they will have some that will be available that will be considered to be affordable, but that's one of the biggest developments that's going to come. We have ultimately, in the next couple of years, Israel Baptist, or Israel Manor of Israel Baptist, is going to build a 39 apartment senior housing facility, affordable housing facility, immediately behind the Bank of America. We know that recently along 12th Street at 12th and Hamlin, there's a new Spanish rotisserie chicken place is going to open up. I'm sorry, restaurant, I apologize. Let's see, at 13th and Rhode Island, there's supposed to be 350 condos being built there. Thank you.
Ms. Carter?
Well, the borders of 5A10, and just speaking with my borders are 15th to South Dakota and then Rhode Island to 24th Newton Street. It's actually more residential. There isn't a lot of businesses, so I can't really speak on what would necessarily affect from my SMD your business, but I would piggyback off what they said regarding the renovations of the apartments at Rhode Island Avenue, and that's going to start causing car congestion, things of that nature. As you know, things at AJ Wright and Aurora Mills. I believe we're getting a Costco or Target sometime soon, so I think just having these things being brought on this end, it is going to increase, traffic for people. Yes.
Mr. Daggett?
So is your question just sort of getting a sense of what?
Pretty much, because I haven't been here for that long, so
Okay.
I've heard rumors about things coming along and it's starting to turn into like a new street, but not per se.
Well, from 5A07, you could go to the stand on the platform of the Brooklyn Metro stop and basically do 360 degrees. And that is the full range of potential development. I mean, the entire area around the metro station is there's lots of open space that's owned by Metro or industrial space, and that's, I think, all wide open under the small area plan. There's a lot of potential development, and as I said before, that's a big issue for me in this single member district. I think my message is a lot of it's coming. It is coming, and I think we got to work the best we can to manage the impacts. Because there are going to be some things we don't like, increased traffic for one, and some other things. But I think some benefits and some things that we do want.
Mr. Griffin?
Well, no question, density is going to be a big challenge for us as development comes. And the important thing for development is that the community has an opportunity voice its concerns about what we have, and that requires engagement. But the other piece of this is parking becomes increasingly a challenge. I know that at least in this area near 12th Street, traffic begins to creep down into the neighborhoods where people live and have to park. And I know that that has to be very frustrating, perhaps as part of the deal, particularly if you're new to the city. But if you've lived here for a long time, that can be a frustration. We've seen some of that on the listserv. So the density will continue to be an issue for us as the diamond is polished and shined up for Brooklyn. But obviously lots of development coming, and I think from a business perspective, you know, it's who you serve.
Mr. Thomas?
What was the question you were having?
Do you want to, basically, what new developments are coming to the Brooklyn area that are either going to positively or negatively affect not only the residential areas but small businesses?
Well, I'm a supporter of small businesses. I think they should exist. But as the gentleman said down there, there's a lot of projects in Ward 5, a lot of huge projects. And small projects, which ones you mentioned yourself, get overlooked a lot of times. The councilman at large, Coney Brown, talks about that a lot. But these large developers coming in, and they have found land and they want to build, and they want to build right away. And the small guy actually gets pushed out of the way. What's left of the small businesses up and down 12th Street who are surviving, and who actually, as the gentleman said, if you look at the traffic nowadays on 12th Street, it's getting much more heavy. Monroe Street, certain part of the time days get heavier. Even further down 12th Street, you go to 13th Street. So even the Rhode Island Avenue corridor now is going to pick up even more. So you're going to see that a lot.
Next question?
So just for Mr. Daggett, because I'm in your area, you alluded to the 12th Street streetscape, yeah. What is going on with it?
Well, I guess note to self, I need to be a little bit more informed. I don't have the exact details. My understanding is that the district DOT, which is supposed to finish it, and the work has been stopped, I think, since like June or July. 60, 90 days or 120 days. There's some folks who aren't happy, and I think with the reason, with the current plans to landscape, because they deviate, meaning less trees than previous plans and drawings. So as far as I know, I believe the full ANC has to approve it. So, you know, I need to find out, you know, if elected, you know, what's going on. Is this some sort of presentation that needs to be made? You know, is it just DOT working with urban forestry to kind of straighten things out? That's a simple answer. Probably is not that simple. You know, things being what they are, probably requires working together, maybe making a compromise and pushing things forward.
And they're probably using up that money that we had wanted them to use for undergrounding.
Yes.